Good evening, everyone. Good morning, YouTube. I don't know what area you're in, so um, you have to excuse me. I'm in Florida. It is every bit of 2:15 in the morning, and it was imperative that I made this post right now, um, only because I'm sort of venting. This is a public service announcement. This is a definite public service announcement to um, women who are in relationships that have boyfriends or if you have husbands. My wife is probably going to kill me when she sees this video, but it needs to be said. Not 20 minutes ago, I was like, you have to forgive me. Like I said, I just totally jumped up out of bed. I was shirtless, I wasn't, wearing anything, so I just threw this on so that I can post this video. Not more than 12 to 15 minutes ago, I'm laying in bed and I hear a noise like almost like a boom, 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 something like that. Or maybe it sounds like someone is what it actually sounded like was like almost like someone was trying to break in. I hear this noise. So I jump up and my wife is like, "What's going on?" I was like, "I thought I heard something." And she says, "Are you going out there?" I was like, I mean, this discussion happened after the fact. She's like, "What are you doing? If you heard something, why are you going out there?" Mind you, on the complete other side of the house is my son. I'm the man of the house. So I immediately jump up. And then I'm thinking in my mind, man, my gun is in my truck. So she sees me going outside. She's like, "You going out there?" I'm like, "Yes, this is what I have to do." So I run outside. I get in my truck real quick and I hosted it, so I hope that I don't offend anyone. I do have a concealed weapons permit and all that stuff or whatever. But so I run out to my truck and I grab my flashlight and I got my gun and I'm here and I'm going around the house looking like a wannabe cop or whatever. So I'm holding my flashlight. I've got it on and I'm going around the house and I make the first loop. And so I come back around the front to go to the other side of the house. Here's my wife in lingerie standing at the front door with the door wide open. I told her, I said, "Go in the house and lock the door." And she proceeds to almost want to have a conversation like, "I don't want to go in there and leave you out there," or "Why are you telling me to go inside?" This and that. And after it was all over with, we talked about it. But you have to understand what's going on in my mind at the time. The first thing that's going through my mind is I'm exactly 45 minutes away from where Trayvon Martin was, in my mind, what I say, assassinated. I've stayed silent about that. I didn't want to get into any conflict, any confrontation, or even get political and offer uh, my thoughts as to that. So I stayed silent. But my mind immediately went to that. Here I am. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm outside with my gun in my hand, walking around. What if someone is there? That's the first thing. I was like, I'm definitely gonna have to defend myself to the max. Is it worth this? What do I do? So I'm here making. Uh, it was quite the conundrum. I'm sitting here and I'm having to, in seconds, make a decision to like, if I turn this corner, and if someone, what do I do? While my wife is, discussing whether or not I should be there. Here's a public service announcement. If your boyfriend, husband, is outside at 2 o'clock in the morning with a gun and a flashlight, and pretty much naked, if he tells you to go in the house, close the door, and lock it, just do that. Uh, that's not the time to have that conversation of, hey, there could possibly be more than one person here. I just thought I saw someone. I'm going around to see if they're on the other side of the house, or what's going on, or what. It's not time to have that discussion. So in my mind, I'm sitting here while I'm telling her to go inside and lock the door. I'm in my mind like, really, dude? Really? Really? We're going to have this conversation right now while I got this gun in my hand, trying to pursue to see if someone's outside the house right now. General rule of thumb, if it's that extreme, it probably should deserve a conversation later. I mean, if I'm wrong, correct me. Um, I can't even sleep right now. I had to do this. I never do this. I never do this. And like for me to have to jump up, it was a risk factor involved because I was like, what if somebody is out here and I'm running outside and trying to retrieve, the only form of protection that I have here, you know, rather than the fist of fury. And having to have an open discussion with my wife at that time was uh, it made the conversation more difficult. So, as a public service announcement, like I said before, if your husband is outside, if your boyfriend is outside with a gun at 2 o'clock in the morning, thinking that somebody's breaking in the house, if he tells you to go lock the door, go inside. He'll feel a lot better.